Welcome to our new segment here on Bankroll Blitz. These are our Week 6 best bets. Troy, take it away.
For my first pick, I'm going to roll with the Colts +4. The Colts have revenge from Week 1 where they lost as 4-point dogs, didn't cover. Now they're on the road as 4-point dogs against a Jags team who just beat the Bills outright as dogs. I think that line functionality suggests strength in favor of the Colts. Not to mention the Colts are way better at the line of scrimmage. And now the Jaguars are going to be without left tackle Walker Little, who's their best offensive rated player. Defensively, they really only have one player on the defensive line that grades out above average. That's Josh Allen. Meanwhile, the Colts are well-balanced and good across the board. The Jags are coming off 2 straight wins, both games being in London. Now they have to fly back overseas, back home after 3 weeks, and they're playing against a team with motivation that has revenge. That's the Colts. The Jags are 0-5 ATS as home favorites, and I think Shane Steichen has moved this team in the right direction. I want to back them. Right now, the Colts are available at +4 market-wide.
My first bet is the Baltimore-Tennessee under 42. The Ravens running game is heavily used and pedestrian in talent. Last week, they ran 25 times for 125 yards and 1 touchdown. They keep the chains moving, and they stick to the plan. After leading the league last year in opponents' yards per carry, the Titans are tied for 6th this year. Their run defense is stout. Who are they tied with? They're tied with the Ravens. 3.6 yards per carry is what they allow. So they will slow down Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry's not having a good year. You take out that one outlier performance, 122 yards against the Bengals. He's averaging 51 yards a game on the ground this year. The Ravens are the best red zone defense in the NFL, holding opponents to touchdowns on just 25% of their red zone drives. The Titans are 4th in the league in red zone defense, allowing touchdowns just 35.3% of their drives against. The under 42 is available right now, market wide.
And that carries me right over into my second bet, which is the Titans +4.5. The Ravens are coming off a game they probably should have won and likely covered. But ultimately, I think this team is unproven. Like Jimmy was talking about, I think this team matches up well. Ravens lead the league in run rate at 51% of run plays. The Titans defense is known to stop the run. Sure, they got gashed a little bit last game versus Indy, but before that, they held all other opponents under 80 yards. Vrabel, we know his role as an underdog. 25-12 ATS is a dog of 3 or more. And Lamar Jackson in the favorite role of 3 or more is 4-16 ATS. That's 20%. It reminds me a lot of Russell Wilson and that whole trend over there where he's 0-8 as a favorite. But this is just a number I have to take with the Titans, who are available right now, 4.5 at Pinnacle.
My best bet number 2 is the New England Patriots Las Vegas Raiders under 41.5. New England's yet to score 20 or top 20 points in 5 games this season. What changes here? Belichick will figure out how to plug the holes left from losing Matt Judon and Christian Gonzalez. Their defense is never going to be good without those two, but it will improve. And this Jimmy G-led offense is incapable of putting up a lot of points. One of the Raiders' biggest weaknesses is their red zone defense. They're allowing touchdowns on 66.67% of red zone opportunities. You think Mac Jones can take advantage of that? Who? Mac Jones. He can't do it. The under 41.5 is available right now, market wide.
I'm going with the Bears +3 for my third pick. I don't like to back bad teams off a blowout win. I think that's proven to be unprofitable in NFL. But the Bears' offensive and defensive schemes have changed at the fundamental levels. We all know Justin Fields is touted for deep ball passing. Well, in weeks 1 through 4, he only threw 16 passes of 20-plus yards. Last week, 14. That's a big difference. RPO, Justin Fields been running it since he was at Ohio State. Weeks 1 through 4, he only did that 5 times, 5 attempts. Last week, 9 attempts. Big difference. On the defensive side of the ball, they blitzed the quarterback on 40% of dropbacks. In weeks 1 through 4, it was only 18%. That's a huge difference. And what that does is it masks bad defense, but it also creates variance where you can make some stops because we know the Bears defense is rough around the edges. But who has a bad defense as well on the other side? It's the Vikings, who blitz on 50% of their snaps. That's first in the NFL. And you pair that with the worst pass rush or the lowest pressure rate in the NFL, I don't think they're really going to be able to get to Justin Fields despite all the blitzing. The weather's going to be bad, a lot of wind, probably some rain. I think that favors the mobile quarterback in Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. And Kirk Cousins playing against teams with a win percentage under 35%, 11-21 ATS. We know the Vikings like to play one-score games, so I have to take the Bears +3, and they're available at 3 market-wide.
Best bet number 3 for me, the Philadelphia Eagles, New York Jets under 41. The Eagles offense is very good, but they're struggling in the red zone, currently ranked 27th, converting 42.1% of their red zone drives. The Jets have the second worst red zone offense in the league, converting 30.7% of their opportunities. Both run games are strong, both defenses are strong, and the Jets lost offensive lineman Elijah Vera Tucker to a torn Achilles. He's their best offensive lineman. The Zach Wilson-led offense will do very little, and the Eagles won't need big plays to win this game. The under 41 is available right now, market-wide.
For this last pick, this is one where Jimmy and I have some common ground. We like the Bucs at +3.5. I've been high on this Bucs team, a lot higher than the market since week 1, and I've been backing them significantly. I think there's a schematic advantage in favor of the Bucs in this game, who run play action and run RPO at the highest rate in the NFL, over 40% of their snaps. The only other team that run that much RPO and play action is the Seattle Seahawks, who had their way with this Lions defense. They really exposed them in week 2. I think Baker Mayfield is having a career year. His metrics and his numbers, advanced analytics, send that to be true. He's been making sound decisions with the football. Not to mention, when you bet on a team at a 3-point spread, it's nice to have an ace in the hole, something in your back pocket. I think that's the Bucs' red zone defense, which right now is rated 2nd in the NFL compared to the Lions, who are 24th on the defensive side. The Bucs can win the red zone battle. I think they cover this number. I like this number much better at 3.5 than I do 3. When it starts getting down to 3, I kind of like it on the money line.
Perfectly put. The Lions had 8 players on their 53-man roster unavailable for Thursday's practice. They lost cornerback Emmanuel Mosley for the season last week with a torn ACL. Yes, Amon-Ra St. Brown was back this week, but this is a beat-up squad. It's the opposite for the Bucs. They come in off their bye week. Several key players should be back in action. Mike Evans, cornerback Jamel Dean, rookie defensive lineman Kalijah Cansey. Baker Mayfield is playing the best football of his professional career. The Buccaneers +3.5 is available right now at Bet Rivers at -112. These are our best bets. Troy's on the Colts +4. I'm on Baltimore, Tennessee under 42. Troy's on the Titans +4.5. I'm on New England, Las Vegas under 41.5. Troy's on the Bears +3. I'm on the Philadelphia, New York Jets under 41. And we are both on the Buccaneers +3.5.
Thank you so much for watching. You can catch us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on Bankroll Blitz.
Let's go out there and get that cash this week.